everyone. I thought today I would talk to you shoppers out there that are shopping for that person, that special person in your life that loves to play guitar. Now, what do you buy them? That's the big question, right? Of course, we always come up with the thought, well, how about buying a guitar? That can get really expensive. But I want to share with you some ideas that you can do that might not break the pocketbook as much, but yet will be very special. So I thought I'd share those with you today. But before we get started, I have to dip into the mailbag because I did get a few more cards. Now, if you want to get one of my picks and a Christmas card from me, send me a Christmas card, and then I'll send one back, and you'll get one of my Guitar Notes and Notion picks. So I've been getting quite a few cards. I have a few here in hand, and there's a few more out right now being processed. So I'm not looking at all of them yet today. But I thought I'd share a few with you. This one comes from Paducah, Kentucky. I remember that place, Paducah. I think I said it right. And this one comes from Wayne, and he's sending wishes and blessings on Christmas for 2006. Thank you so much, Wayne. I'll be getting that card out to you very, very soon. As a matter of fact, it's already in the mail because I took care of it yesterday. Here's another one that comes up. It's from Jim in Pasadena, and that's not too far from me. This is a very gorgeous card. I just loved this card. I have to show it to you here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it's got a little birdie on there. I think it's a dove. It's beautiful. And then inside, which was really, really fun, let me move this here, is a number of little critters, and they're a little band. And I can't put them all up there, but I just think it's so cute. I think these might be stickers. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a closer look at that. But they would look, if they're not, they'd still look good on my sticker wall. So that's where they're going to go. But isn't that cute? Here's another one here. So anyway, but thank you so much for the special card that I just enjoyed so much with the little peace sign. This person must be from the 60s and 70s. But it's from Jim and in Pasadena. And thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate that. So the next card comes from Joanne and Michelle in Florida. Here's their card, Oh Holy Night. See that? And I did get your picks out. And they're on their way. Thank you so much. And I am planning on keeping teaching. We'll be doing that through next year, and then we'll reevaluate as to whether or not I'm getting to the place where I'm ready to retire from Guitar Notes and Notions. But not yet. We're going to give it another year. All right, so here we go. We have another one that's come up here from Cheryl, and Henry. Cheryl and Henry. And this is really beautiful. This is from them here. See that? And they're sending a season's greeting. And thank you so much for the wonderful wishes for a happy, healthy holiday. And I wish you the same. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. And then the next one comes from Fort Worth, Texas, from Steve. And Steve sends his wishes as well. And I'm going to kind of move through these quickly here. And Steve included Steve and Karen, they included a couple of fantastic picks. One of them's Guitar for Vets. Then we have one here from Rose in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And Rose sent her artwork. This is amazing. Here we go. There's one. Isn't that beautiful? That is a church that I believe she said it was in Hawaii. And she wrote me quite a long letter, which I'm not going to read, but sending well wishes again, and thank you so much. Thank you for sending your artwork too. That makes it so special. I save those, so I'm thinking they'd be really make a great collage at some point. In fact, I have another one here, and this one comes from Gary. And Gary sent me something last year too. You know, it was different artwork, but he sent his artwork as well. So I now have two of his. And again, these will be great framed or something. I'm going to do something with them. I am saving them. But this is very, very special. Thank you so much, Gary, and I wish you a Merry Christmas as well. That is so sweet. And then the last one that I have here is from William in Ohio. And here's William's card. Got the traditional Christmas tree here, and he's wishing Christmas shine with happiness. And yes, I did have some stickers left, and I sent them your way. That's all in the mail, and it should be getting to you very soon. Now, let's get into our video for today. It's a little different today. I'm not teaching per se how to play as much as I want to talk about the shoppers. Those of you that are out there shopping for those Christmas gifts for that favorite guitar player of yours. Now, I always thought it would be really super neat to get a basket of guitar goodies. And what could be in that basket? Well, if you could get or even a bag, or it could be, you just buy one or two of these things. But straps are really, really premium, especially a good strap. I like to get straps that are at least 3 inches because it takes a lot of the pressure off my shoulder. I think those are really nice, 2.5 to 3 inches, nice heavy leather straps. There's a lot of different companies out there. They're in the range anywhere from $35 up to a couple $100 to buy a really nice strap. I have one strap that I use all the time from Taylor guitars. I like it because it's leather. It's a very soft leather, and it slips on and off the guitar real easy. But there's companies like Levi, Franklin. They all make great picks, they all make great straps. And I actually have enjoyed all 3 of those companies. And of course, there's many others, but if you go to a store, guitar store especially, you'll find all kinds of very unique straps that could make it more personal for that person. So a quality strap, strings, if you're making a baggie full of stuff, you could put strings in there. A maintenance kit, what I mean by that is maybe a little kit that's got the tools that you need, some hex keys, or I don't know. There's different, if you go on StuMac, for instance, you can find their maintenance kits. They come with something to hold the neck of the guitar when you change the strings, and string winders and different things, including the tools that you might need. And so there's some different types of maintenance kits out there. You'd have to search for them and look, but that would be a super idea. They're always nice to have those right tools that fit your guitar. And then there's the care kits. Those are like the waxes or the cleaners that you need to take care of your guitar. And of course, everybody can use a string winder. They have electronic string winders that you can get battery operated, and they'll wind your tuners up or take them off. So when you change your strings, you're not sitting there doing it by hand or turning it by hand. And of course, they also have little tools with the clippers on them that I really like. Planet Wave, I think, puts one out that's excellent. And then, of course, there's the clip-on tuners. Right now I have this one. This is a Snark. It works really well, but what I like about it is you plug it in and it recharges, and the charge lasts a long time. So it's nice not have to worry about batteries. I have a couple of rechargeables. The Snark just happens to be one of them. Then I have one also from Is it Fender? I forgot the company. There's another company. But I use them both, and while one's charging, I have the other one to use. And of course, then there's always capos that you can buy. You'll notice I have a yoke style capo on this. This is from Page. Taylor makes a pretty good one. They're not quite expensive. But then if you want to really get a great capo, you could go to a company like G7. Now they can get kind of pricey, but for like, you can buy this style. It's called the Heritage on G7. Of course, you're going to be spending like $150, but they're really, really nice capos. And they also have the clip-on types that are like $50, $60. So G7's a great company for capos. Shubb, S-H-U-B-B, that's another great company. I have a lot of capos that I use from Planet, I think it's Planet Wave. It's a clamp-on. I like it because it doesn't have the trigger's not on top of the guitar. It's down where it's out of the way so that your hand doesn't hit it. So I like that too. But anyways, there's all different types of capos, and perhaps the person you're buying for has dropped a few hints, or you notice what they're using, or if you can figure out a way to say it or ask them without them knowing why you're asking them. I don't know how you go about that, but they'll probably figure it out. If they're a guitar player, they have their ways. Anyways, but headphones for your amplifier, or an amplifier. There's some, if you're acoustic players, just to even get a practice amp, so you can find some from like Fishman, or I don't know, there's different, I know of one that's I think is excellent that would be fun to get to. It's a real small practice amp. This one here, this is from Yamaha. It's called a THR-51A, I think. They sell a 30 that's a little more expensive, well, a lot more expensive. I think they're like $400 or $500. But those have Bluetooth in them. So that's really nice. And it's nice when it has Bluetooth, because then you can play your music through it and play with the music at the same time. So another thing you could think about doing is lessons, guitar lessons. And I thought what would be super neat is to get a gift certificate from a company called, well, actually it's an app called TrueFire. TrueFire is an outstanding array of classes. I mean, it's endless, of different types of music, and they're all excellent. I mean, these are professional players that are teaching. They have lessons on there from Tommy Emmanuel to, well, I don't know, you just have to get on and see it, but it's absolutely amazing what's available to you on these lessons. And I think it costs like $100 to get full access, and then to have that for a year. Then you have to renew it. But in a year, think of what you could learn from all these professionals. It's excellent. It's just really, really good. A great place to learn guitar. And to me, $100 is nothing. It's not the same as going to a personal, class and talking to somebody and working with you personally, but there's information on there that if you're patient with it and you spend time with it, you'll grow, and you'll grow fast. And it's just awesome. So TrueFire is a good idea. How about this one? If they have a guitar, they never had it set up right. Getting a gift certificate from a local luthier that'll take that guitar and make it play like it was brand new. Or perhaps the guitar needs repair, but having a luthier go over your guitar and making it playable is very, very important. So that brings me down to, well, what about buying a guitar? Well, buying a guitar is really, really personal, and it just depends on the player, what they're interested in, whether or not they've been playing for a long time. Are they just starting out? Are they their body size? Are they tall? Are they small? Are they children? All those things play into what kind of a guitar you're going to buy for a person, not just how much money you have to spend. You definitely, I don't care if you're just starting out, definitely don't go on Amazon and pay $57 for a cheap guitar, because you'll probably discourage the player. It probably won't have a good setup. You could get it set up, and I suppose there's people out there that could make them play. But if you have no experience at all, it'll probably discourage you, because you can't keep it in tune, and it needs new tuners, and there's just so many things that could go wrong with that. On the other hand, if you had a couple $100 to spend, now you could go to a company like Orangewood and get a guitar and then take it and get it set up, and you probably will have a halfway decent guitar if you're learning. But if you're already there, you need to find out what type of a guitar that person wants. Perhaps the best way to go about it is to get a gift certificate for that person, or promise them a shopping spree at their favorite guitar store. And then do that by creating, wrap something up, wrap up a guitar strap with a note on it saying we're going shopping. And that way they can pick out the guitar that they need, because there are so many different companies out there, so many different absolutely fabulous guitars. I mean, I can think of a list from Yamaha to Fender to Eastman to Alvarez, Taylor, McKinsey & Marr, Guild, Epiphone, Furch, Atkins, Bedell, Breville, Taylor. I don't know. There's so many great companies, and which one do you buy? Well, it's very, very personal. And I have a number of guitars because they all have their own attitude and aptitude. And so because of that, like this one here, this is a Furch. It's a Pioneer. Love this little guitar, but I also have a Gibson L1 that I love as much, and it's small like this one, but they both play different. They both sound different. This one has a personal sound hole, and it's mahogany top and back, so it's a different sounding. And this thing, I didn't even have to set it up. It came set up beautifully from Furch. These are from Czech Republic. Awesome guitars. You can probably find one for about $1,000, maybe under. I got this one for $760. It was on sale, but I doubt you'll find that price again. I was just very, very fortunate to find that sale price. But usually you pay about $1,000 to get into one of these. Worth every penny. But again, it's very personal. And I loved it. I've been to guitar stores all over the United States, have played fantastic guitars in many of the stores I can think of. Just fantastic. And there's great online stores like Sweetwater. But again, you want to make sure if you're buying online that they have a good return process. It's probably best to do a gift certificate, honestly, and let the guitarist pick it out. Or take them shopping, or perhaps they already dropped the hint, and you know what they've been drooling over for the last umpteen months. In that case, you know what to buy, but with it should come some kind of a setup. If you go to a place like Sweetwater, you can actually pay extra money before it leaves them. They'll have it set up for you to the way you like it. I think you can tell them what strings you want and how you want the action, and they'll set it up really well for you. But take it to a local luthier, have it done. But definitely, new guitars need setups. It doesn't matter how great they are. It's just the manufacturer only sets the specs a certain way. Usually the strings are high because they know you're probably going to lower it, and so you got to get it set up. So anyways, I'm not going to go any further than that, but to say if it's a guitar that you want to buy, if you don't know which one, perhaps it's best just to buy some other thing like care kit or strap, wrap it in the box so they have something to open, but have the gift card or the note in there about shopping and let them pick out the guitar that they want. So that's my thought on what you might do for Christmas. I mean, there's so many different things out there that a guitarist could enjoy. And it's just, it's a world of its own. It really is. And so, okay, well, I'm going to leave it right there. And perhaps you have ideas of what you could get for Christmas. Or maybe there's a guitar that you've just been dreaming about. Leave me a note. I want to hear what it is that you're dreaming about. I don't know. I think the one thing that I've been thinking about lately is different DI pedals. I have really nice ones from Venue to the LR Bags Venue. I have, well, I've got just Grace Technology. I have that one. So I've got different ones and certainly enjoy them. But I'm always looking for something different in the pedals for effects that are linked to acoustic guitar. So that's kind of what's been on my mind lately, but not a new guitar. And I have plenty. I don't need any more guitars until I go out shopping again and doing my videos at the stores, and then I get caught. But I've been being good. All right. And so I'm going to leave it right there, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.